MAFConversion.com.
If you haven't already seen, this is my shop I'm currently in now. Oh, I got some empty cabinets. Plenty of Rock Auto orders. That's not even all of them. I got magnets that fell apart up here too. Anyways, that is where the Bronco used to sit, or the Bronco 2, when I was doing all the transmission stuff. I have been slacking on taking video for a few reasons. If you noticed some of my videos before, there was a tractor sitting here. And my lawnmower was sitting underneath of it. And all this junk was, you know, strewn about in those cabinets. All around this thing. This thing was full. There was junk all around it. All these cabinets are now empty. Long story short, I'm moving to bigger and better things. This was the size of my shop before. It's 24 by 36. It says it's by online, because of measurements, it says it's a 3-car garage, but you can put a garage door there and you have those 2 doors, so it's the size of a 3-car, but it got the job done. Had to uncover her in this nasty Indiana winter day to move it around. Had to move my power stroke around. There she is, sitting over here. So yeah, we are in the process of moving. It's a little dark out here. Haven't made a video in a while. I think the last video you saw, I was in the old garage telling you that I was moving. Well, looky here. I know it's dark, but I have not had time to make one video since I moved in, and that's part of the delay. There's the old blue truck there. You should recognize that one from my last video. But here we are. I'll take you out front here. I know it sucks. You'll see more in the daylight. 3 big garage doors and 1 9x9. Those are 14 foot tall. It's a 60 by 70 building. It was a mess. I've been moving things around, but let's check it out. Alright. There we go. Alright. This is the shop. You can see nice tall clearance with the ceiling. Doors are at 14 foot, so it's a 16 foot head clearance, except for, you know, where this garage door rails are. But yeah, I've gotten some stuff put away. You can recognize there's my toolbox. Here's the table where the transmission was rebuilt, and a lot of other parts you saw laying on there. There's my chainsaw, because I've been doing a lot of cutting wood for the wood boiler, since it's a whole new thing. Good thing I had this with the wood boiler, because otherwise I'd be, you know, still at it with a maul. But you can see how tiny that little workbench is now. Just hanging out over there. But still kind of a mess in here. I got mud in here and everything else, and there's just a big pile of my junk just laying there. Came with a built-in basketball goal. Pretty cool. It has the lines on the floor for it. But overall, I love it. Fully insulated. Ceiling and walls all the way around. Insulated doors. There's my tractor. You can see there's the little Nuge, the Bronco 2. And there's the early Bronco. Tractor came in huge help. Had a lot of heavy steel to move. It moved a lot of that big heavy table and a bunch of other junk that we had to load with it. But yeah, I haven't made a video on the Bronco 2 in a while. I loaded it down with all of its parts and pieces and Yeah, that's a banner on top, but everything underneath is everything that the B2 owns. So she's sitting a little low in the rear end because of all that weight. There's a lot of weight in there. A couple sets of axles and gears and clutches and everything. But so I pulled this thing off the trailer, pulled it straight into the shop, right where you see it, and parked it. And was like, all right, I'll get to that later when I get the shop cleared out a little bit. So I made some room. Now I'm back in the very back corner. So I made some room. You can see the small little table, maybe. I don't know if you can see it. Way over there, along that wall, so I could pull the little Nuge over there. Well, came out here to just trying to start it. And so the switch right here, the fuel switch right there, that will light up. Here, I'll show you now that I have it fixed. I'll show you. When I turn ignition on, see it light up when it primes, and it stays lit up the entire time the truck is running. The reason for that, the reason I like it like that, is because say I'm out in the woods and I'm going along, and all of a sudden the truck starts running rough or something. I can look down and see, oh hey, my fuel pump shut off. Well, I've had that happen once before. It was a bad relay, and I've replaced the relay since, but I still have it wired that way. But I have an override. I can just flip it on and have it constant, which is great. Then I'll have fuel no matter what. So came out here, turned the ignition on, and all of a sudden this light right here is just flickering, and the pump's like bzz, 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 really weird. And I was like, what the heck's going on? So I try to start it and start it and start it and start it and start it. Nothing. Wouldn't even hiccup, wouldn't even puff, nothing. Just crank and crank and crank. So I'm over here, and so I get out, and I'm mad because I was like, I just pulled it in and it was running just fine. So I pulled it in, and I started pulling wires off, and I put my little spark tester in there, and it's flashing. I'm getting good spark. I pull a spark plug out, ground it out to the battery. It's getting nice bright blue spark. Check timing like twice. Then I'm spraying starting fluid down its throat. And still nothing. And then I came out one morning. I say one morning like I've been doing this for a month. It's only been a matter of like 3 days. I haven't been out here more than 20 minutes to an hour at a time. So came out here one morning, just turned the key on, still no fuel pump, but I hit the key anyways, and it kind of went like boom. It went boom, like it wanted to fire, and I was like, wow, what the heck's going on there? So I was like, I'm gonna throw more cough syrup down its throat, see if it'll fire. Maybe the injectors, maybe the plugs were fouled or something, and I pulled the plugs out. Here's one plug here. It doesn't look terrible. Sorry, I got blood on my hands because I cut my thumb. Doesn't look terrible. It's enough to fire. I mean, it was running. I mean, that's from all of last year. I haven't changed these plugs since last year. So, I mean, they're running all right. Doesn't look bad. I was getting nice blue sparks. So I put a new spark plug down there in cylinder 1. You can see it right there. Real nice and shiny. Threw a new spark plug in. And then I was like, oh, maybe, if I get one spark plug in there and it starts firing on one cylinder, then I know it's bad spark plugs all the way around. Did that, nothing. Took the spark plug back out. Checked spark on the new spark plug. Checked my gap on my spark plug. Ended up spraying starting fluid down into the cylinder where the spark plug goes. It's probably not the best way to do it. Threw the plug back in there, turned it over, and it went pa-pow, like it was wanting to fire again. I was like, okay, so it's sparking. And I had one guy try to tell me that my lifters weren't primed. My oil ran on my lifters. I needed to crank and crank and crank to prime the lifters. Well, Even if they did, I cranked it enough that the lifter should have primed. Anyways, long story short, another guy, Brian Ramsey, he said EEC relay. Well, I was like, I didn't think it was that right away, and I should have, so props to him, shout out to him. So I went back in here and checked my inertia switch right here for power on the other side. It didn't have power on the other side, so I checked my relay. Well, relay wasn't really doing what it was supposed to do. Popped the old relay off, which was this one. Now it has like some water coming out of it. Weird. Must got water in it. It's all rusted up. I don't know if you can see that. Might need to cover that, because I do get water inside over here on this floorboard. That is power steering fluid from the gearbox. But I do get water in this floorboard. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to take this right over to the trash now and throw it away. And keep talking. So I popped the new relay in. Heard some clicking. Turned my ignition on. Lo and behold, she fired right up. Gosh dang. I just swung this thing. Look at all the water that came out of here. Look. Look at all that. No wonder it went bad. No wonder it was flickering, because the water was making it do that. Wow. Funny how you learn things like this. Oh, and look. I killed a whole can. Okay, it wasn't a whole can, but it had some in there, and I killed a can. I was real mad because I was out, and I found another can, but excuse me, it's a little cold out here. So yeah, got her running. She's good to go. I'm gonna pull her over here. Like I said, I cleared out this entire area. I'm gonna park it right here so it's closer to the tools and everything, and keep working on it, because wheeling season is coming up real fast. I mean, it's mid-March. April, maybe get to go out if I get my steering gearbox in and my clutch pins in. Heck, I might make a shakedown run before I cut it up. Who knows? But yeah, so that's that. This is the shop. Love the shop. Couldn't have asked for anything better. There's the old tractor. Couldn't have asked for anything better. Got a pretty good deal on it. You know, full concrete, electrical done. I need to add 220 for my compressor and welder and things, but lots and lots to come with organization. Right now it's just a mess. Like, all this steel needs to get out of here. All that stuff needs put away somewhere. You know, I just got junk everywhere. You know, I got 2 refrigerators over there. One's got to go, one's got to stay. You know, just complete organization, and there's nothing organized to it at all. But early Bronco came in clutch, being a little workbench for me. Yeah, she's an early Bronco, but you know, she's earning her keep. Had a rogue bird get in here. Pooped all over the back of the Bronco. I was so mad. I chased that bird around here forever. It never got out. And for the last day and a half, I haven't seen it. And I haven't had the garage doors open because it wasn't smart enough to find its way out. So it's dead in here somewhere. So that's that. Welcome to the new shop. This is where everything will be recorded. Hopefully, as the videos progress, it'll get more and more organized. And we'll get some wheeling action this year in this guy. And then once this guy is, you know, good to go, there'll be time to work on this. And it needs shocks, it needs springs, it needs this and that. But overall, she's a good truck. I'm excited to take some videos with it. So, yeah, anyways, stick around. Still lots to come. Big shop, big ideas, big dreams. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, guys.